I'm reminded of Hollow Bone Ranch creator. I don't know her name, but she kind of warms herself up a little bit before she starts talking. She kind of gets settled, and that's kind of where I felt just a moment ago. And I appreciate her approach that way because it just seems natural, like the way I'm doing it right now. But whatever. This is another video on meditation and my practice and thinking through it for those who are behind me or alongside me, but this video might not be for you if you are a seasoned practitioner in meditation. This is not going to be something that's going to be necessarily challenging to you, I suppose. This is for the ADHDers out there who struggle with meditation like myself. So if we're going to jump into this, this is the, what day is today? Friday. So this is the third day now in the season of Lent, which began on Wednesday with Ash Wednesday. And the significance of this season is really dependent upon you as the practitioner. You determine what it is you're going to focus on in the next 40 days of spiritual attention. Typically, Lent is a season of fasting and prayer. And if you recall that is one of the parables or one of the stories that we read about the healing ministry of Jesus, when his disciples bring to him someone who is traumatically affected by demons, and the disciples can't cast the demons out. They bring him to Jesus. Jesus casts the demon out, and they say, "Why couldn't we cast it out? We tried." And Jesus said, "This is these demons. The only way you can treat with these demons is through prayer and fasting." So we are in a 40-day period of demonic exorcism. Maybe there's something about your personality that is demonic in your mind that you would like to exorcise. Perhaps you are impatient, or perhaps you are lazy, or perhaps you are whatever. That is an issue of character development that often feels like you're fighting a demon because you can't very often overcome it. It's something in your mind that says you must do this thing. You must no longer work out. You must no longer exercise. You must now revert back to, and it's not a subtle it's not an overt demonic voice, because otherwise that would be easy to detect. You would be like, "Oh, you're a demon. I'm not listening to you." But when it's your own expression of thought, don't get up, stay in bed, push snooze, whatever that tension is, think for yourself about what altering your personality feels like inside your existence. Like, how the way I try to put it is the difficulty of changing something about who you are is as difficult as lifting the X-Wing fighter out of the Dagobah bog, the quagmire of the Slough of Despond of Dagobah, and Luke Skywalker could not lift. How heavy is an X-Wing fighter in your mind? Lift a flea with your mind. Lift a tank with your mind. You should be able to, with superhuman strength, lift a tank with your finger, with your mind. Do it. Imagine yourself doing it. You can do it. The Jedi mastery of Yoda and Obi-Wan in disciplining Luke to control his emotions and his memories and his sensations, because remember, he leaves his training in Dagobah to go and rescue go to rescue Han, Leia, and what have you. And both of his masters said, control yourself. That's not the direction. And he leaves and he goes. He's immature. He can't control the thought, the impulses. That's what I'm talking about. He has a demon within him that is giving him an impulse. You know, they bring a demoniac to Jesus, and he says, "What seems to be the problem with this one?" And he says, "Well, every once in a while he just goes into fits and throws himself into the fire." That's not literal. We don't have this. It's an allegory of what it looks like when a 6-year-old throws a tantrum in the middle of the grocery store, to the embarrassment of the parents and to the chagrin and consternation of all of the other customers. That's a demonic episode. Do you understand that? That's what's happening. The New Testament stories are stories about you and your mind and how to change. Ask, seek, knock. So I had a battle with a demon yesterday that was very interesting, very intriguing, because it is a demon that has been resurfacing, because I've triggered it. Oh, you want to feel this way, do you? No, 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 no. I don't want to feel this way. Yes, you do. You called me. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. You called me. I heard you summon me. It's like, no, 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 no. But that is your training program that your subconscious mind has learned to put into effect when you find yourself in a situation that triggers that emotion of demonic anger. Like, who throws a fit on the grocery aisle floor simply because you cannot have a pack of gum? Who does that? Demons, demoniac children that are raised by demoniac parents who don't know how to control demoniac children, because they, as demoniac parents, are demoniac because they don't know how to control themselves. You see the trickle-down effect of all of these things, right? Jesus is you. You are the demoniac. You are the crowd. Because Jesus says to you that you can do greater things than he did. But what did he do? You can't open someone's eyes physically, and yet that's what Jesus did. You can't make someone walk physically, and yet that's what Jesus did. So how is it that you're able to do greater things than Jesus when's the last time you made somebody walk? But if you think about the metaphor of walking in terms of spiritual walking, or spiritual walking, or emotionally walking, or intellectually walking, you have been Jesus maybe in a boardroom where someone's glitching out, stressing out, or maybe the boardroom's over and someone's not getting up from their seat and they're sitting there and you're like, "Hey, Bob, what's going on?" He's like, "Oh man, this has got me really stressed out." And you sit there and you're like, "What's your problem? You want me to help you?" And you walk and you give him legs to walk and you give him eyes to see and you give him. That's what we're talking about. Every aspect of your existence is spiritual development, personal awareness, spiritual awareness. How can you become the best version or expression of yourself in every next moment? That is the purpose of meditation. Meditation is for anyone who is interested in spiritual awareness and personal development, because meditation is a discipline and a practice of the mind. And so the people who don't need to meditate either have no interest, this is my opinion. People who are not into meditation or personal development at all are not working on themselves, and so are not going to be those who engage in spiritual practices like meditation, right? So the meanderings that I'm trying to go through right now as I'm talking through this for you and for myself, because again, I'm not a professional I don't meditate on a consistent basis, and I don't sit here cross-legged on the floor on a consistent basis. It's always when I am moved by Elizabeth, my feminine mind. So why meditate? Someone might ask, why meditate? The question that I would ask in response is, are you seeking to improve your existence? Whatever that means for you. Are you looking to improve your state in life? Is there something about, here's the question. Hey, why do you meditate? What's all this meditation stuff? Why? My question would be, is there something about yourself that you need to change? And if you answer that question in the affirmative, then I would say meditation is a very important way for you to do that. You can choose to change yourself any way you want, as long as you can, and as long as you do. However, if you're now a month and a half plus into a New Year's resolution that you cannot find yourself sticking with, meditation might be what you need. But I'm going to tell you, meditation is 1,000 times more heavy in your mind than your New Year's resolution that you began nearly 50 days ago. 31 days in September, 31 days in January, and then we are now day 20. So yeah, we're 51 days into the new year. Have you made a New Year's resolution? What is your practice? How are you going to stick with it? I've done some shorts or some shorter videos on that already. You can go back and look at those. Obviously I posted them, so I think that they have important content. So, all right, we should wrap this up because I'm not doing anything more than this. So, but like, to me, if I found me doing this, I just got to find the right people to resonate. Like, where are you? Where are you people who are interested in, okay, look, not only is meditation a profitable tool for reconstruction of your persona, but meditation in and of itself is just simply reflective thinking. I do that a lot. And you can meditatively walk. You can meditatively bike. You can meditation is focus. It's not scatterbrained. It's not easily distracted. Get up and go make the bed, or you forgot to make the bed, or you forgot to make your coffee. It's the tyranny of the urgent. You have a tyrannical subconscious operating system that you trained to be tyrannical, because in the past you just did immediately what it said to do. Speak out of turn. Go up and do this. Like, I'm in the middle of a project. and I think of something else, and then I leave what I'm doing and go do the thing and forget the project, which is what, like, I was making macaroni and cheese. Lo and behold, I thought of something that I didn't do, and I went and did that thing, forgot about the macaroni and cheese, and now it's on fire. The tyranny of your mind is why you need meditation, because you need to swipe left on, that's right, you need to swipe left on those tyrannical voices in your mind that are not the voices of practicality, sensibility, and efficiency. So maybe I'll just wrap up and say, if you're listening to this for the first time because it's about meditation and you're interested in, and you think you have ADHD, and yeah, that's what this is for. Meditation is going to feel like for you what it feels like for a 7-year-old not to talk out of turn. He has a thought in his mind. Hey, say this, interrupt, sit, but he sits there and he's like, I know I'm not supposed to interrupt. I know I'm not supposed to interrupt. And in that, he is training his mind to undo the training of wanting to interrupt. He wants to interrupt, but he knows every single time I do this, I go get put in the corner, and I don't want to get put into the corner, but I want to say what I have to say. So what am I going to do? I'm going to write down what I want to say on a piece of paper so that in the appropriate moment, I can look back and think, when the teacher says, does anyone have any questions based on what I just said? I can be like, yep. And then she will say, Travel, thank you so much for waiting patiently. You are very patient. I know that I was talking a long time, but now it's your turn. Thank you for raising your hand. And there's the dopamine reward of, I just did what I was supposed to, and now it's my turn to talk, and I get to say what I want. And that becomes the new building block for your, but you have to do it again and again, because if Travel goes to school the next day and interrupts the class, he didn't learn or he forgot. So then the teacher has to say, Travel, do you know what happens when we have interruptions? Yes, I have to go to home. And you do. And then some kids don't even have to do that. They just know automatically. Some kids don't even want to talk out of turn. Travel wants to talk, which shows that he has no inhibitions with speaking publicly, which I don't. Rambling. This is what it is. I'm going to stop right now. I would love to hear back from you. This is, I can't see, 20 minutes, right? Almost. I'm not the end all be all, but in terms of where I'm at right now, I'm very happy with where I'm at. And if you would like to understand how to get yourself from where you are here to where you would like to be, and you don't know, or you don't or you need help, that's why you're here. That's why I'm here. The doctor is in within. I am here, which means the doctor is in, to help you understand that within you, you have your own doctor. This has been another exciting adventure of Radio Free Anarchy. I'm your host, Travel Mattaeus. Until next time.